Hey, it's Ed here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin with Elliott Wave Theory. So today we're going to be focusing again on the smaller time frame. For the higher time frames, we're going to be updating on the the weekends. But for this video again, we're going to be looking more on the more local structures. Some of the ideas were on higher time frame that we ended the count here, in which again this would be the first structure of something. We had a few different ideas overall in this section, but again some of the most probable ones were that we had this as three-way structure, this another three-way structure, and then we would be looking at another three-way structure to give it some kind of similarity to these first structures, so we can get another partner leg for this first structure over here to here. So that was one of the ideas. Other one was that instead of ending a count here, we would end it here, and then we could be looking at more bullishly from these lows again. At the moment, we had a few different ideas for this section. One of them was that we had this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That would be giving us, wave 4 would be here because we had a triangle in here. So that is wrong. Let me point it to the right spot and put some trend lines around here. But yeah, that was the idea there. Again, one of the ideas was that having the fifth at these lows, these highs, with this being a three-way structure. Now this whole thing has not really retraced too much. If we are looking at this, we can see that it retraces right around the 38.2, which is again the minimum amount we want to see for any kind of three-way structure. However, in time, it is very small in comparison to this five-way structure. So if we are comparing this whole thing against this potential structure over here, so let me just fix this up so we don't need to be doing anything, and using the 38.2, which I hold as basically a minimum amount of any kind of a three-way correction. So I would have hoped to see this being hit, and that would be only at the Saturday 10th. So I don't think that this is enough of a retracement for this move. So again, this would be a three-way move by its looks. And then we would be looking this as more of a bullish structure. We have not yet received a fifth wave here. However, it does seem like it is going to be very likely, and that is giving us some short opportunities later that I'm going to be sharing with you. But let's just focus on this. If this is indeed a five-way structure, we would have to be saying that either this would be the A wave of something. So this would be an A wave, B wave, and then C wave. However, again, as the second structure here looks like a five-way structure, we can't have a B wave in it. So this again have to be split into smaller time frames to create us a ABC or a micro count. ABC here, that would be part of this B wave, and then we would be getting this C wave downwards, creating this expanded flat. Invalidations would be pretty clear. We would be taking out, or if we were to take out this low of 16.655, this would be invalidating the idea of this A wave or the zigzag structure here, because again we are starting something with a potential 5 waves, and the invalidation is here. So that is one of the counts that I see. There was other possibility where this was an end of something instead. So that fits more into the idea of a WXY ending at these highs. But again, there was also an idea where this wave 4 was here. However, I don't think that is potentially possible, because again, we can't really have a flat structure here on diagonals. And this has been talked quite a few times in our Discord, or my Discord as well, where whether we allow X waves be taking out the wave W starts. So this would be a W, this would be X, and wave Y. In diagonals, that shouldn't be possible, because again, the idea is that we can't have flats in diagonals at all in these wave 4 positions or wave 2 positions. So with that idea, this is not possible, the diagonal idea at all. So instead, we would be just calling this impulse. And I see this as the only bullish option at the moment, where this would be a start of something from these lows. Again, this is a very bullish count. Of course, there are more bullish counts out there as well, but I don't think they are that valid. But we'll see how this turns out. Let's move on to the next count. The wave W, as mentioned before, was one of the counts where this was the ABC, hit the 1-to-1 exactly at the top. And then again, if we don't want to treat this as a start of something, where we had it as a wave in that impulse wave count, this would be treated as an end of something. So ABC, ABC, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into that C wave. Now we have some targets over here. 1-to-1 would be taking out basically these current highs, and this would be then an expanded flat. If we take out these highs only, then it was expanded flat. If we don't, then it's a running flat, which is again more rare. So we can definitely be expecting us to get right around the 1.236. If we are comparing this currently, the 1-to-1 extension of this first leg over here of this potential C wave, we could be getting to 1731, which is not taking out these highs. So we could be expecting some kind of extension, small extension here on fifth wave. Again, definitely need to be looking into the smaller time frame here, which we are going to do in just a moment. But the idea here is that we would be looking to take a short position here around these areas from 1-to-1 to 1.382, this box here, against the 1.618. 1.618 is just because, again, it would be the retracement of this A wave here for that B wave. And we can't allow, or at least I don't allow wave Bs to go beyond the 1.618. So if we have a stop beyond that, then that trade should be fine if this is the count that is going to be happening. Again, this is not that much of a good trade, because again, if we are just taking the trade from 1-to-1 position, the expectation would be somewhere here and stop beyond the 1.618, so giving us very close to the 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. That is not too much, but it's still a trade that I'm going to be taking if again we are going to be getting this fifth wave. The other trade that I'm expecting here to be taking is if we are taking a pivot here downwards and we see potential 5-wave structure here or some kind of diagonal coming down, and at that retracement I'm going to be looking to take another short position. Take another short position where I'm aiming against this high here as my invalidation for the idea of this being a bullish wave, bullish starting something. So here we can see that even at the same targets that we would have here, we can see that we are getting so much better risk to reward ratio than on the other one, because the other one is trying to catch the knife, right? And with worse risk to reward ratio. So definitely keep an eye out and definitely strategize how you want to be playing these things. I tried to yesterday get into these shorts from here. Let's talk about those. Let me just delete some of these mess over here. Because yesterday, again, the idea was that we had a 3-way structure here, a 3-way structure here, and then we were looking for a parity here for another 1-to-1 extension, and we did get that. That was the areas here. I was expecting this to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, some kind of ending diagonal into here, hitting that 1-to-1 exactly on the spot, and then we would be getting this 3-way structure complete, and then we would be looking to pivot downwards again, but that did not happen. We had few different ideas here. I had my stops beyond the 1.618 here, because again, once this turns into a 1.618 extension, at that point again we are starting to lose the faith basically in this count, saying that okay, it is more likely that this is turning into some more impulsive things. So also we had a 1.618 of this smaller structure here around the 17,068 area, so around here, and I had my stops here. So yeah, that was bad. I had a long from here and a long from around here as trying to get a last leg here on a triangle in ETH, which I'm still on both of those trades, as I'm now expecting something different here. Of course, I took a hit on here for that short trade because again, that was trying to catch the knife basically against these highs. But again, that is trading, and you do risk management according to your strategies, and that is just something that I'm willing to lose. Again, that is a less than a well, depends on your strategy, but that was a less than 1% of my portfolio. So I'm willing to risk that for greater gains here. Again, the idea was that we were creating something like this, something like that, and then we were continuing downwards to create a partner leg basically for this. But again, the things have now changed and shift more into this being a 5-way structure, so that's why I'm presenting you all these new setups that I'm looking into taking. Again, target areas would be this area here, this previous consolidation, and this consolidation here. This would be around the 0.618 and this one at 0.5. See if we had anything here. We had a daily and a weekly at the lower OB. At the higher, we don't really have much. Let's see. We do have quite a big amount of volume here, so that is definitely some idea area to look for. Look for profit taking, probably just beyond here or just above that area here would be probably a good area to take. Well, actually, we have this fair value gap here that we have not filled completely. Actually, is only here. So yeah, could be definitely that we would be, or at least I'm thinking of taking profits here. If again, first thing is that we would need to get that 5th wave going up in here, and then we would be getting that downwards movement, and then we can take a look at the profits. But again, that is that. We had the naked point of control up in here that we, I think, tagged right into the dollar, I think. Let's see, let's get rid of this here. And yeah, we see that we hit it right on the dot. So yeah, definitely these naked point of controls have some value, and that's why I do keep adding them to my charts. But yeah, that was not a trade that I was looking to take, because again, I was looking this as some kind of way forward to come around these areas. But again, this was just one area. I did not have more confidence on that level, so not really an area of interest in that sense. But I think those are the trades that I'm looking forward. Today, tomorrow, or basically the end of or start of next week, we'll see how much this is going to go. It would be best, in my opinion, to get this out the way today, this pump, and then during the weekend we could be creating that potential some kind of diagonal downwards, and then starting the dump here if we are again playing these counts. But we'll see what happens. Nothing is for certain, of course, and that is that. But if you made it this far into the video, again, I would appreciate the likes. Link to more free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope to see you on the next video as well. Bye bye.